Hey everybody, Mike Honan at Valley Vapors in Salem, Oregon. I'm not technically at Valley Vapors. I'm in my office in a secret location somewhere in Salem. Anyway, today I want to talk to you about filling the tank and getting it set up, because we're just going to assume you just bought the Zalos kit. Aspire makes great products. The Zalos kit is a great device. It's a 50-watt mod with the tank, and it's all color-coded, very pretty. So you're going to open the box. Okay, now for the sake of this video, I did take the coil out, and I haven't used this, but for the sake of the video, I kind of put it back together in the box just to make it all official. So you're going to have to pull out your tank. Okay, these are a top fill, and so you'll pull out your tank and you'll turn on your mod. These come with instructions. You should read them. You know, I'm just kind of giving you a refresher course, helping you set it up. But read the instructions. This is a 50 watt. You want to make sure your settings are right. Now, this comes with two coils. There's going to be one in the tank and then one in the box. The one in the tank is probably going to be, I think that's this came with the 0.6 ohm coil. I've got the, well, let's see what I got here. So when you open up the box, there's going to be another coil, but you'll have a coil in the tank. But just for the sake of showing you how to replace the coil, I pulled it out. I already said that, didn't I? Yeah, anyway. Getting old, I forget what I say. Okay, so you're going to pop this off. What I always do is I always prime the coils. Now, you don't have to. You can just let it sit in the tank for 3 minutes or so, and then the e-juice will wick into the cotton that's wrapped around the coil and saturate the coil. But what you don't want to do is get a dry hit, because once the cotton's burned, you have to replace the coil. So, and these are good coils. They usually last about 7 to 10 days. Sometimes you get a little bit more. But I always drop a couple of drops in, so I'm just going to do that. Drop a couple of drops. I wouldn't go any more than, say, 5. If you oversaturate, you can just take and flick it in the garbage, you know, or if you're outside, you can flick it on the ground. Don't flick it everywhere in the house. So whatever. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to let that sit there. I'm going to unscrew. So you're just going to unscrew the top. Okay, and now you can see you're going to take this glass off. Just to make it easier. You probably could do it without doing that, but the glass comes off pretty easy. The first time, if it's new, it'll probably be a little sticky, so you might use a little bit of elbow grease to get that off, but it's just a little piece. So once the coil's set in there, you just snug that down. You've got it priming. You're going to set the glass over. Now, once you replace the coil and get it primed, you're just going to fill up the tank, and you're just going to just ba-bam. You can see it going in there, and you're just going to bring it up towards the top, you know, stop wherever. If you overfill a little bit like right up to the top of the coil, you want to give it a little bit of a gap, because once you set this down, it actually displaces some of the e-juice, and if you put too much in, it just spills over the side, makes a little bit of a mess. So just leave it a little bit from the top, just screw this on. Now, we're assuming that you got this new, but maybe you haven't. Usually I screw this on. Usually I don't suggest that you over tighten these, but on these Zalos, it seems like if you don't tighten it enough, you're going to have a hard time pulling this off. It'll want to take the tank off all the time. Okay, so you got a little airflow slot there. You can see that little airflow slot. You want to make sure that's to your preferred setting. I keep it wide open, but you can adjust that, and you can see how it kind of closes the holes there. I keep it wide open, but everybody's different. So now, also, you're going to see here, let's see, no atomizer. Huh. Now that's brilliant. I haven't tightened the coil down enough. So there you go. There's another little heads up. If for some reason it says no atomizer, you're going to wanna tighten that coil ever so slightly. That should be enough. Now, I'll probably have to redo this stupid video, because it's not a stupid video. It's a wonderful video, and I care about you. So let's see. Yep, it's working now. So as you can see here, there's your reading. I'm running at 12 watts, so it's ready to go. And you'll adjust your wattage right here with these two buttons, either up or down. This is a 1.8 ohm coil, so you're going to run about 9 to 12 watts or whatever. I'm vaping, baby. Hey, thanks so much for watching the video. You just learned how to replace a coil. If you're in the Salem, Oregon area, or Corvallis, Oregon, or Staten, Oregon, stop by one of our stores. We'd love to see you. And I hope you have a great day. Adios, amigos.